What's going on? It's your boy Ace with you, and today I'm going to break down the 5 lies that you are told in sales that might be stopping you from reaching your top potential. Now before we get started, quick introduction to me. My name's Alex Sharafuddin. I've been selling for the last 2 decades. Did business to business sales for almost 10 years and built a distribution channel countrywide and then worldwide and sold that business for multiple millions. Then went into Quicken Loans, which is Rocket Mortgage now, did phone sales, became a top salesperson, top leader, executive leader, then went on to consulting, sales companies, call centers, mortgage companies, and phone sales. Went company to company and helped salespeople across the country. Now I'm running an academy, which you could join for sales, leadership, and mortgages to help you reach the best version of yourself with weekly calls. So that's why this is relevant, because I'm teaching it and I'm doing it every single day. Let's jump straight into it. The first lie that you are told in sales is follow up an average of 7 times and the client will buy from you. That's a lie. There is no secret number of follow-up to get somebody to buy from you, because what's more important than the frequency of follow-ups is what you're saying inside of the follow-ups and what happened before the follow-up. So I always tell people it's not about just following up, it's about what you're saying when you're following up. And I believe if you have real good emotional benefits and a real good relationship from the first interaction, and then you're using those emotional benefits in that relationship throughout the follow-up, then it should be within 3 days or 2 days or 1 day or maybe even 10 days. But it's not about the days or the frequency. It's about saying the right things, building a good relationship, and making a sale that actually counts. Sales lie number 2. Sales is just a number game. Just do more and you'll get more. Look, that's a lie. I'm all about effort and putting your all in. But at the same time, I've done more in sales with a 30-hour work week than I did with a 60-hour work week when I started. Why? Because my skill sharpened. I think when you start in sales, you should put in the hours, morning and nights, weekends, or if you want to make a lot of money and you want to save up, like when I have a vacation coming up, I'll put in the hours because I know with my skill, more hours results to more production. But at the same time, it shouldn't only be about the numbers. Like in the beginning, let's say you take 10 calls to convert 1. Well, 6 months down the line, it should take you 7 calls to convert 1. And 9 months down the line, it should be 5 calls to convert 1. And a year or a year and a half down the line, you should be like at 3 or 4 calls to convert 1. You see, your conversion should grow as time goes on. What happens? Your communication gets better. Your introduction gets better. You start sounding better on objections. You start building better relationships. You gain more confidence. You have more experience. You've dealt with more situations. You've dealt with more clients. So now you know how to respond relevantly to the client you're speaking to today because you're transforming and becoming better. I think the real issue you need to focus on is if you're in sales, putting in all these numbers and getting the same result. All these numbers, same result. All these numbers, same result. You know what that means, my friends? That means your skill is not getting better. And you need to be getting better, because if you're not growing, you're dying. Sales lie number 3, the customer is always right. When it comes to client service, I believe the customer is always right, but in a real sales interaction with a real sales professional, the customer may not always be right. Meaning, like, I don't go up to my clients and say, "Welcome to the Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?"
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Because that would be an order taker. If I'm a professional and I'm selling mortgages, I'm going to talk to the client and say, "What's the balance of your home? How much you have in the bank? How much you make?" I'm going to dissect and create a solution. I'm not really telling the client, "What would you like to do? What kind of program do you want? What kind of rate do you want?" When I'm selling my consulting services, I don't tell somebody, "Do you want my sales academy, leadership academy, or do you want to do one-on-one coaching?" I ask them, how much are you making? What are your pain points? What are your opportunities? And I craft a solution for them. So when I say the customer is not always right, meaning you got to be the professional, and sometimes the customer might be hard-headed or stubborn, and you got to let the customer know, okay, with all due respect, speaking on your behalf, this is not the right way for you to go, and this is the right way for you to go, and this is the reason why. And only a true sales professional and somebody that holds some weight behind their name and confidence could do it that way. Lie number 4, the price is the reason they didn't buy, or the costs are too high. That's always a lie in sales, because the value weighs more than the cost. Ask yourself something. Have you ever bought something that was expensive that you could have found cheaper somewhere else? The answer is probably yes. Now ask yourself, why did you buy something that was more expensive if you could have found it cheaper somewhere else? The reason is because somebody marketed to you properly, somebody sold to you properly, somebody's more convenient to you at the time, and you chose a more expensive option because the value proposition was there. Great example. Why the hell did I buy these Shure podcast mics? Why? Because I've seen these podcast mics everywhere for the top influencers and they were using them. So obviously Shure podcast mic, which is like $300-400, could have got one for $50. Why did I spend an extra $350 on this microphone? Well, because the brand recognition, because the people that were using it, that was a value proposition that made me buy. So that's why it's a lie that it's not always about the cost, it's about the value. 10 keys of sales. Why does this cost $99 when it's a book and you can get a sales book for $20? Well, the reason is because I believe the value that's inside of this book is worth $99. And I believe if you don't make your $99 back within 1 week, you're doing something wrong. Lie number 5, you have to fake it until you make it. I don't like being a fake in anything. And I think that's a lie because what's more important than faking something is actually believing something. So instead of coming in and saying, I'm gonna act like the best salesman in the world, I'm gonna act like I've been doing this forever. How about I am doing this forever and I am the best salesperson in the world, and actually believing and manifesting and affirming and visualizing these things, and instead of faking it till you make it, it's just like a negative phrase. I would rather say believe it and you will see it, or see it to believe it. But I believe in it first and you will see it. So instead, close your eyes and visualize that person, become that person, study to be that person, and you will be that person. And every single day you'll get stronger at being that person because you already believe that you're there. If any one of these hit you in the gut, good. That means that this video was worth it for you. Like I said, we have a sales academy, leadership academy, and a mortgage masterclass. If you're a leader or in sales or in mortgages, there's an option for you on acezacademy.com. Like, subscribe, and share this video with anybody you love. And let me know in the comments, what do you want me to talk about in my next video? We do this for you. Much love. It's the Acez.